learn Linux Shell. Hey guys, this is Prasad from Tech Answered and let's get started. So guys, now we will see the practical demonstration of what we just learned. So I have already written couple of programs. So I have written 4 shell scripts S1, S2, S3 and S4.sh, and these shell scripts will implement if conditions and case conditions like we just discussed. So let us first see a script which is S1.sh. In this case I am running if statements just to find maximum of 3 number. So guys, in my last video, I explained how to read input from user. So we will follow similar approach. So I will ask user 3 times for 3 number because we have to find the max of 3 numbers. Enter first number, the value will be read by read command and the value will be inside num1. Similarly for num2, similarly for num3. Then I am writing if condition, if $num1 is greater than $num2, because we know in Linux shell the value of a variable can only be obtained by putting dollar in with along with variable. So here $num1, if it is greater than $num2, then I have to write then, and then next is if. Again, so this is example of nested if. I am running again $num1 is greater than $num3. So in last tutorial I explained if the condition inside this if block is true, then only further statements will get processed. So it will check first if $num1 is greater than $num2, then it will go inside. After coming inside, again there is if condition. So if this condition is satisfied, then only it will further go inside. If $num1 is greater than $num3, so we have evaluated number 1 is greater than number 2 and number 1 is greater than number 3. So that if that happens, then $num1 is the greatest number. Else $num1 became greater than num2, but $num1 did not become greater than $num3. In this case, echo $num3 is greatest number. And since I started one if block here, I am ending with 5 here. Okay. Now coming to this if block, so I have written if condition, then else condition will come. So in else condition, I am again using if condition if $num2 is greater than $num3, because I have already checked if $num1 is greater than num2. If it did not happen, then I am going to else statement. Means $num2 is greater than $num1 in else statement, which are called as so $num2 is already greater than $num1. So for example, there are two conditional execution, double ampersand, if $num2 is greater than num3, if this condition, for example, cat file 1 echo $num2 echo file number. In this case, if file 1 files, then we have to go command runs, then only second command will run. So second command is started only the first command is close another if. Next and case, then this is the if condition which I started, first command is unsuccessful, then only second command is executed. So this is a simple Linux program that we are going to run to find maximum of 3 numbers. Let us execute it and see the output. In order to execute a shell script, we have to use sh space name of shell script. So it is asking me first number, I will give 21. It is asking me second number, I will give 45. Then it is asking third number, I will give 2. So let us see which is the greatest number. So as you can see, 45 is the greatest number. So this condition, this program is running fine. Let us try to further narrow this program down and see what else we can do here. So I have used another program for that, and that is s2.sh. Once I open this program, you can see I'm using -p, which is prompt to read 3 inputs from the user. So I'm giving read command and I'm printing enter 3 numbers. So 3 numbers will get recorded in num1 space num2 space num3. And then I'm running if condition if $num1 is greater than $num2 and $num1 is greater than $num3. So guys, here you have to understand one thing. $, means, sorry, this is ampersand. So double ampersand means if first condition is true, then only second condition will get executed. Okay, so here if $num1 becomes greater than $num2, then second condition will get executed, which will check whether $num1 is greater than $num3. If that is the case, then echo $num1 is greatest number. Because $num1, if these two conditions are true, then only it will go inside if condition, and that will produce $num1 is greatest number. Again, in the if statement, I'm using elif here. So elif $num2 is greater than num1 and $num2 is greater than num3, then print $num2 is greatest number. Else $num3 is greatest number. If these two conditions cannot be satisfied, then obviously $num3 will become the greatest number, and this if condition will end with 5. So guys, couple of things to notice here is that there is a space given after this one. Okay, so there is a space given here, there is a space given after this operator, and there is a space given here. That is a mandatory thing that you have to follow. Okay, if condition I start, that always has to end with a phi condition. Okay, middle I have used elif condition, and elif condition will perform similar to this if condition. So here in elif condition I have given these inputs. Okay, so let us run this program and see what is the output. In order to run cell program, again sh space name of cell program. So I'll give three numbers 34, 67, 890. Okay, let us see 890 is the greatest number. Let us run it one more time and give 78, 12 and 32. In this case 87 is greatest number. Okay guys, so this was for your understanding of if statement. Now let us see another program which is for case statement. So here again I am using prompt to enter the number from user. Okay, so the value that user enters will go inside this variable. Then I am giving case condition, case $num in 10, 20, 30 star. If the number entered by user is 10, then it will print echo 10 is the number. If the number entered by user is 20, then it will print 20 is nice number. If the number entered by user is 30, it will print 30 is good one. If the number entered by user is 40, then since 40 is not present, then it will go to default condition which is presented here. This is the default condition. So it will write not present. One thing you have to notice that in case we are ending all the statement with double semicolon. This has to be mandatory. Okay, and then the entire program is ending with ESAC. That is reverse of case. Let us run this program and see what is the output. So I am running the program. Let us run s3.sh. Enter the number 23. So since 23 was not present inside case, it is telling me not present. Let us run it one more time with number 20 and let us see the output. 20 is nice number because 20 was already entered there. Let us see another program based on this one only that will give you more understanding of case statement. In this case, what I have done, so we know Linux positional parameters in cell. $0 is for the name of program itself, $1 is for the first parameter passed, and $2 is for the second parameter passed. So what I'm doing, first parameter that is passed, I'm putting it inside case condition. So for example, if I'm passing first parameter as -f, then means if I'm running this program with -f as first parameter and then some second variable, so second variable will go inside $2, which will go inside file name. Okay, then I can echo entered file is $file name, and again I'm ending it with 2 semicolons. Second case $num. Okay, if the num entered by user is -d, then second variable or second parameter that is passed will go inside $2 and it will be accepted as dir name, directory name. Then echo enter directory name is $dir name. If directory does not exist, then make directory, then change to that directory, then ls-lrt inside the directory, and then close the if condition. So guys, in this case, I have used if command inside a case statement, and you can see once my program is done, I'm ending it with semicolons. Okay, this is default condition. It will print if the user is giving some wrong input to run this program. It will just inform them this is the correct usage. They have to use -f space file name or -d using directory name. And then I have given exit 0 to exit out of this program, followed by 2 semicolons. And again, the program will end with ESAC. Okay, let us run this program and see what happens. So right now, if I try to just run this program without any parameters, so it will throw the error which is present in default condition, correct usage -f file name -d directory name. Means I am forcing this user to run this program using certain arguments. Okay. So let us see if I just pass one argument -f and I am giving file name is new file. Okay, so the moment I enter this one, you can see entered file is new file because -f became $1 and new file became $2. So if you go inside Linux cell, then you will realize $1 became -f. So it tested only -f condition, and the file name which I entered became $2. It went inside file name and it echoed entered file name is $file name. So let us run this program one more time for a directory. Okay, so let us see what happens. So I have given -d and I am giving directory 2. Okay, so right now at this location I do not have any directory available. So you can see I have only one directory, which is old script. So let us run this program and see if the directory gets created and if we can see if anything is inside that directory. So let us run that program and we will see. So the directory name I want to give is dir xyz, whatever it is. Okay, so this is the directory name that I'm passing. Here again, $-d will become $1, which is first parameter, and dir xyz will become $2, which is second parameter. Let us run this program. So now in this program, you can see entered directory is dir xyz and total 0 because this is a new directory and there is nothing inside. So ls-lrt is showing total 0. Now if I just do ls-lrt at this level, you can see directory xyz got created. That means our program is working fine and it is going inside if statement and it is trying to create a directory. So guys, this was for this tutorial. Thank you so much guys. Lessons learned from this class: usage of if in Linux shell script, usage of case in Linux shell script. Guys, if you appreciate my content, please make sure to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much and have a nice day.